Today's the day for polishing. We've got to get this wagon to that lift. However, somebody has to move that portion. Now that's white. That, not so much. It's time to move this wagon out. We just really hope it actually starts. If it starts, we're winning. So let's hope for the best. I think I should take my shoes off.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Shoes off.
What is going on? Why are your shoes off? Do you need help driving an expensive car?
I can drive it.
Does this come with the house?
Hey guys, so now we're coming up to my favorite part, which is prepping the paint, polishing. So what are we gonna do to make this paint look right? First, we're gonna start off with our panel prep spray. Say that 5 times. And next, all around towel, and off we go. So the really beautiful thing about detailing is there's many ways to skin a cat or to buff a car, right? So what is it you like to use, Liam?
I'm grabbing the rotary.
Awesome. What about you, Austin?
I'm grabbing the battery orbital.
There you go. Me, old school, orbital, corded. The cord, baby. So to start off with, we got our heavy cut pad. Red in the backing, red in the packing. So we're pairing this up with the H902 Heavy Cut. Phenomenal first start, getting this paint looking right. As you see, it comes out of the bottle really, really well.
The rag company sent us over their new Rip and Rag extra large pearl weave towels. These are a 16 by 16 towel. It's gonna be perfect to get this compound and polish off. So we're gonna hand these out and get to work. So as you can see, the headlights are extremely oxidized. So this is the perfect time to use our headlight polish kit. So it's a great kit that has everything you need to make these headlights look brand new again. You know, the way you're gonna do this is you're gonna start off with a sanding pad of 1000 grit, and then you're gonna work your way to the 2000 grit and then to the 4000 grit. Liam is gonna demonstrate the sanding of the kit with our sanding block. And then after sanding is all complete, he's gonna follow it up with a heavy cut pad with our H1 polish, and then a thermo pad with our H2 headlight polish. So in the end, you're gonna see a really nice, clean, new headlight. So Liam, I wanna hand you the polish kit and let you get to work.
Let's get it. So as Justin was explaining, we're about to start working on these headlights. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tape off half of this headlight. That way we can show the process of the sanding, compound polish, just to get that final result. So you guys can see how well this kit works. So we're taking our KCX tape right here. We're gonna come right down there up to the edge, try to get as straight as possible on this circle. So that way we can work on sanding this section, and that will be the before and after for it. Set that down. We are grabbing our sanding applicator with our 1000 grit sandpaper from the headlight polish kit with some clay spray for lubrication. So we're just gonna spray this down, spray the sanding paper itself as well, set that back down on the cart. And one thing I wanted to point out as well is with these being a circle headlight, I'm gonna work in circular motions. So again, I'm just gonna start working around. Nice easy pressure throughout. Add a little bit more clay spray on there just so it's nice and wet. That just helps the sanding paper glide across this plastic. Wipe it off, see these results just for our step one. See how smooth it is, if it's even across the board. Try to make sure we're keeping that consistency. Now we're moving on to 2000. Now that we have finished sanding with 2000 grit, we're gonna move on to our 4000 grit. But before I do that, I wanted to point out a couple different things. You can already see some of the transparency is coming back. Yes, it's marred up, it's scratched because of the sanding paper. But if you look at the difference, it's a lot nicer. And the biggest thing, you can hear it. This is where we've just sanded with 1000, 2000, and you can hear where there's nothing. One other thing I really wanted to point out, because this is a project car for our company, we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently. But one thing for newer guys who haven't really worked on headlights before, I would really make sure you're either popping the hood or taping off all of the painted surfaces around the headlights. That way when you're working with sandpaper, God forbid you have an overlap, you're not running the risk of scratching the paint up and you're just working on the plastic for the headlights itself. Oh. So now we're done with this, like I said, we're gonna move on to the 4000 grit. So again, I'm just gonna pop that right onto my applicator here. I take some clay spray, just spray that, get that nice and wet. Add some more spray onto the surface of the headlight as well. And again, I've been working in circular motion, so I'm gonna stay working in circular motions. As I'm working up in grits, I'm working up in pressure as well. So my pressure is not gonna be as much as it was when I was starting with the 1000 grit. It's still gonna be light to medium pressure, but I'm really just trying to smooth and fine tune these last final steps before I move on to the HLP1 and HLP2. So after assessing the Flex 3-inch quarter machine, I'm deciding to run with the PXE80 by Flex. It is a battery operated machine with a really cool quick disconnect feature so you can swap out multiple different heads, different sizes into it. We're gonna keep with the 3-inch attachment. That way all of our pads, including our wool pad, fit. So what I'm taking, I'm gonna start with our long nap lamb's wool pad, which is gonna build up a lot of heat, build up a lot of cut, and really work well to remove some of these surface scratches. I'm gonna take our HLP1, give it a little bit of a shake just so it can be nice up at the top. I take a little bit of product right down here. So what's great about the headlight headlight polish set is both of these HLP1 and HLP2 are specifically designed for plastic headlights. They're gonna work better than our normal H1 and or H901 or H902, as well as all the other compounded polishes we have. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna again just start moving throughout the headlight. I'm gonna slow it on with some light pressure, light speed, just to really move the product all the way around the headlight. And then I'm gonna turn the machine all the way on so I can evenly disperse this throughout. I'm gonna come up with speed and then my pressure as well. We'll check our results. And as you can see, because of the shape of the bumper, I had to get a little bit creative with how I was holding the machine. That way I could really fit into all of these nooks and crannies of the headlight as it curves back into the body lines. But that is step one of just our compounded polish for this set. You can already see a clear difference in how much this is lightened up compared to the other side where it has nothing on it. So now that we finished with our lambswool pad, we are going to move on to our heavy cut foam pad. Again, 3 inches for a 3-inch machine. I'll go ahead and take this off. I'll start with this. Most headlights, depending on the condition of them, you can get away with just using either the foam pad, which is red and backing for our traditional H902, or you can get away with just the lambswool. What's great about this set and this kit itself is it has the options that you can play with it to make it work for each job you're working on. So again, just like with the lambswool pad, I'm gonna use a little bit of the HLP1, which is that cutting part of this kit. I'm just gonna put 4 small dots for this application onto the foam pad. Ooh. Set that back down. Same thing like before, we're gonna turn it on at a low speed just to apply it throughout the whole headlight, make it nice even, and then we'll work on starting to heat it up to cut all this out. So now we're going to move on to the final step in this process. So we're gonna switch from our heavy cut pad, take this off, and we're going to move over to our thermo pad. So what this thermo pad is, it is our polishing pad that comes in this set. What's really cool about it is it starts orange, it's gonna go to green as it heats up, and then it's gonna finish out at white. So it actually changes color with heat, and you'll be able to see that on camera as it's working. What it does is that signifies how hot this headlight is getting. So you don't want it to build up too much heat because it can cause issues down the line, it can shatter, it can cause too many problems for you. So the Germans got really creative with this to be able to actually have it change color just so you know as you're working on a headlight. So we'll throw that onto the PXE80, and then instead of using the HLP1, we're going to switch over to the HLP2. So this is our headlight polish 2. This has a Carnauba-based sealant built into there, so that's gonna add a little bit of protection onto the headlight as you're finishing it out. So same thing as HLP1, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a shake. I'm gonna open this up, apply 4 small dots throughout it. You can see it's a little bit of a lighter product than HLP1 is, and that's just because of the chemical makeup in there. So I'm gonna start there. Again, it's starting orange. As it's working, you'll see how it's gonna change color. Just for reference, you can see how it's already becoming green. With a little bit of pressure and a little bit of heat, as it continues to go, it's gonna come to white. So I'll just get back right to where we were. Check our results, we will see. So you can see it's nice and smooth throughout, and if we were to go ahead and move this tape line right down the middle, we're able to see this really clear 50-50 before and an after. So so now that we finished that 50/50, we're gonna go ahead and finish this headlight and then move on to the other 3 around the car.
Well, H902 did a great job on this paint. It's actually shiny again, not oxidized. It's looking great. However, Project X-Wagon is nowhere near complete. Well, our time here at Destination OG has come to an end. The wagon's looking great, and the team, well, they did a great job, I think. I also want to say a special thank you to Matt for hosting us here and allowing us to detail this wagon in this, great garage. It's really awesome. We have a ton of things left to do. Interior, really special items coming. But until then, who's helping me push this thing out? Anybody? No. Yeah, I'll figure it out.